this moment, they'll strip him. That's it. So and we will now. They put the fight out, not us. So they can't go back on what they put out.
It's not like he was when he was not taking it seriously and partying and whatever. He can like Moses is going to start having tough times against people who hold a good shot.
It's literally styles makes fights, doesn't it? Yeah. And I think Dubois, his style is one of my trickiest. So yeah, it gels well.
The boxing world was left stunned when Frank Warren officially announced that Daniel Dubois will face the young and explosive Moses Itauma this January. The news hit like a thunderclap. Few saw it coming. A rising phenom against a seasoned powerhouse.
Moses Itauma versus Daniel Dubois, I mean, that's a cracking fight down the line, isn't it?
Down the line. Yeah. All these Brits are. You know, I mean, look, we're blessed in that. I think we've got about 5 Brits in the top.
Two fighters at opposite ends of their trajectories, colliding in what could be one of the most significant domestic heavyweight clashes in years. Is this a redemption mission for Daniel Dubois? A desperate gamble from a fighter trying to reclaim respect?
With Moses at the moment, he's not that's not been tested. So we'll see.
But do you think are you still tough fight? But you expect him to stop him?
I expect him. I expect.
Or is it a calculated masterstroke by Frank Warren, a promoter known for shaping futures before anyone else can see them? Whatever the motive, one thing is clear. This matchup has shaken the foundations of British boxing. Frank Warren...
Or he might knock him out, I don't know. But personally, at 20, you know, you got to get it right. And Frank, like I said, Frank knows what he's doing. And I think I'd be very surprised if they took that kind of test.
Never one to shy away from risk, is backing Moses Itauma with absolute conviction. His confidence borders on prophetic. Moses is the real deal, Warren stated boldly. Yeah.
I heard a lot of people saying that after the Parker thing, that I'm ducking people, but right now I just want to deck someone.
You'll have any one of those names right now.
Hey?
I said you'll have any of those names right now.
Yes, he hasn't been tested at this level, but trust me, he'll handle Dubois. It's an extraordinary claim given Dubois's experience, but Warren's tone leaves no room for hesitation. He believes Dubois is walking into a storm he might...
I was 24 years old, who's got always faculties right, getting trained by one of the best trainers in the United Kingdom. And then, mate, it's like you got more chance of winning the lottery than you being that Moses Itauma.
Might not survive, but not everyone shares Warren's confidence. Eddie Hearn, never shy to voice opposition, sees things very differently. To him, this matchup is reckless. Moses Itauma is...
When is he ready? I think he could beat most heavyweights in the world, with the exception possibly of Usyk and maybe Dubois, possibly edging at the top 3 or 4. He's not ready for them yet.
Is only 20, Hearn said. Throwing him in with a fighter as dangerous and seasoned as Dubois could backfire. He's good, no doubt, but this is too soon. Hearn respects Warren's promotional genius, but calls this move a massive gamble.
Moses Itauma, who looks absolutely extraordinary, and for me, he ticks all the boxes. I like his attitude, I like his style, southpaw, hard-hitting, moves so well. He's going to be very, very difficult to sort of deter. So it's an interesting one because, yeah, is this too soon for Moses, or is this just the right fight at the right time? Good.
In his eyes, this isn't just bold. It's borderline dangerous. Daniel Dubois, however, has had enough of the doubters. After facing harsh criticism following his loss to Joseph Parker, he's determined to rewrite his story.
But when you get to elite level, you can't get away with it. I don't think Daniel has the capability, strength in regards to talking to his dad or standing up to his dad or standing up to that setup. I don't think he has the strength to do that, and which is why it will always hold him back. You got to look. This is personal business, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. Caroline, she, as far as I know, she doesn't work with her dad. There must be a reason for that.
I'm ready for anyone, anytime, Dubois fired back. This isn't about fear. It's about proving a point. There's a simmering fury in his words, the kind that comes from a man tired of hearing his name dragged through doubt. For Dubois, this fight isn't just about winning. It's about reclaiming control of his own narrative. Derek Chisora, as always, speaks with brutal honesty. In his view, Dubois has almost no chance. Moses is levels above him, Chisora declared. He's young.
I like Moses a lot. Moses reminds me of a young Mike Tyson. And what I say that is in the fact that, or in the state that, if you put a guy in front of him that he can hit, he gonna get him out of there. And Dylan White was a guy that he could hit, he got him out of there. So that's the same thing Mike did on his way up. I like that coming from Moses because it gets us excited because we might have another guy that can be almost what Mike Tyson was. That's a beautiful thought right there. He may get better, he may not get there, we don't know. But the fact that we see the potential is
younger, sharper, and hungrier. Dubois is in trouble. To Chisora, Itauma's youth and elite training make him a nightmare opponent. The odds are near impossible for Dubois, he said flatly. It's harsh, but that's how Chisora calls it. No filters, just raw truth. Adam Smith, the ever-measured voice of reason, takes a more nuanced view. He acknowledges Moses Itauma's immense talent, his southpaw stance, fluid movement, and maturity beyond his years, but urges caution. Moses is special.
He's a fabulous young talent. He's got speed, he's got power, he's tough, he's game, ticks all the boxes so far. So let's see. Again, he's young. You know, he's not really been tested because what he's doing to these opponents. So let's see. It's early days, but a big future for him.
Smith said. He's got everything: power, balance, composure. But has he been in deep enough waters to face someone like Dubois? He poses the key question haunting this matchup. Is this fight perfectly timed or dangerously premature? Smith doesn't dismiss Moses's potential. In fact, he ranks him among the brightest prospects in the sport. But he also warns that timing in boxing can make or break careers. He's the full package, Smith added. But jumping too high too soon can change everything. Johnny Nelson dives deeper, going beyond.
But you would like to make it, yeah, sorry.
I'd like to do, yeah. And we'll see. But he'll fight somebody in the top 10. And we've also got, coming back, Daniel.
On the physical matchup to explore the mental battle. In his eyes, Dubois' biggest challenge isn't Moses. It's himself. Daniel still struggles to trust his own instincts, Nelson said. He's got all the talent, but not always the self-belief. According to Nelson, that hesitation could be fatal against a fighter as fearless as Itauma. At this level, you need more than power. You need conviction. And right now, I'm not sure Daniel has that. Then came a statement that electrified fans. Roy Jones Jr., one of boxing's greatest technicians, compared Moses Itauma to a young Mike Tyson. He's got that same killer instinct, Roy said. You give him a target, he destroys it. Cold, efficient, no wasted motion.
You don't want to rush him. You want to take it easy. You want to take it slow. Don't rush him. Let him enjoy. He's still 20 years old. Let him get to 22, 23 years old. That's then you start putting him in with the top names in boxing, like the Usyks and like the Wilders or even the Joshuas and the Furies. At the moment, I think you should keep on building him. Let him keep on winning.
It wasn't just flattery. It was validation. When a legend like Roy Jones Jr. sees shades of Tyson in a prospect, the world listens. He's not just knocking guys out, Jones continued. He's dismantling them. That's what separates hype from danger. Peter Fury, known for his measured, no-nonsense assessments, echoed the excitement but tempered it with realism. Moses is ticking all the boxes. Speed, power, composure, he said. But we haven't seen him deep. We haven't seen him hurt. That's the next test. Still, Fury couldn't hide his admiration.
Let's get that right. However, the intrigue that surrounds this fight, I've got young kids in my gym that are going to be tuning into this.
3 generations are going to watch it, aren't they? That's what's great.
I mean, they're so excited about it.
There's calmness in his violence. He's not wild. He's smart. That's rare at 20. For someone like Fury, who's trained world champions, to speak this highly of a rising star speaks volumes. Meanwhile, Frank Warren continues to double down on his vision. He insists Moses Itauma isn't being protected. He's being launched. This isn't a slow build, Warren declared. He's ready. Dubois is the perfect test. Warren's plan is clear. Elevate Moses, restore Dubois, and in the process, secure the future of British heavyweight boxing under his banner. It's a win-win, he said.
I think Moses is one of the best young fighters boxing has seen in years. And I'm not just saying that based on a result over Dillian. I hope you understand, when I look at a fighter, I'm looking at things that others don't see. I'm not looking at the hype. I'm looking at what he does in the ring, how he does it, his skill set. You know, I'm looking at that because that's the important stuff. And right now, to me, he's shown probably a better.
Whoever comes out on top, I control the next generation. And he's not wrong. If Moses wins, he instantly becomes the youngest serious threat in world boxing. If Dubois wins, he redeems his reputation and silences every critic. Either way, Frank Warren walks away as the architect of the sport's next chapter. Amir Khan, who knows the weight of expectation better than most, offers a sobering warning. Don't rush brilliance, he says. Khan sees too many parallels between Moses and his own rise as a teenage prodigy. He's got all the tools, but the heavyweight game is unforgiving, Khan cautioned. At 20,
everything, because he knows it's last chance saloon for him. He needs the victory here. So, look, we find out just how good Moses Itauma is, I think, on the 16th of August when he boxes Dillian Whyte, because I think he wins it and wins it in style. But everyone they put in front of him so far, he's just dismantled. I think this kid's going to go on and win.
You're still learning who you are. Facing guys like Dubois, Usyk, Wilder, or Joshua too early can destroy more than it builds. For Khan, longevity matters more than headlines. I've seen fighters burn bright and fade fast, he said. Moses has greatness in him, but greatness takes time. Yet boxing, as Khan admits, is no longer patient. Promoters chase headlines, fans crave instant glory, and the sport rarely waits for maturity. The question then becomes, do you protect a prodigy or prove him now? Khan says, wait. The hype says now. And that tension is exactly what fuels the drama around this fight. Duke McKenzie, a three-time world champion.
I feel he knows and he's grown in confidence since that. I mean, he's in a great place, Dubois, and he can win that fight. He's a big natural heavyweight.
Adds another dimension. This fight has the whole country talking, he said. It's not just boxing fans. It's families, young kids, old-school fight watchers. Everyone's tuning in. McKenzie points out that when multiple generations care about a non-title fight, it's not just a bout anymore. It's an event. In his gym, he says, young fighters study Itauma's clips every day, mesmerized by his calm aggression. This is what boxing needs, McKenzie said. Meaningful fights that make people care. He's right. Dubois versus Itauma isn't about rankings. It's about legacy, power, and the passing of the torch. It's experience versus emergence. Redemption versus rise. Russ Anber, one of the sport's most respected analysts, strips away the hype and focuses on fundamentals. Moses Itauma is one of the best young boxers I've seen in years, he said. It's not about knockouts or noise. It's about the details, balance, timing, footwork, composure. He praises Moses for mastering the invisible elements of boxing, the micro-adjustments that define champions. That's why this fight matters, Anber concluded. It's not power versus power. It's polished skill against hardened experience. When voices like Anber and Jones Jr. both praise a young fighter's technical IQ, the hype becomes substance. Spencer Oliver cuts straight to the essence of the fight. This is it, he said. The night we find out if Moses Itauma is real or just promising. He dismisses the noise surrounding sparring videos and online predictions. All that disappears under the lights. When Dubois starts throwing bombs, we'll see what Moses is really made of. Oliver, however, believes Moses not only wins, he wins in style. For him, this is the night Moses steps onto the world stage. This is the start of his title journey, Oliver said confidently. Dubois will bring fire, but Moses will bring control, and that's the difference. Mark Tibbs offers the final dose of perspective and balance. Don't write Dubois off, he warns. He's stronger now, mentally and physically. He's been in wars. He's been dropped. He's come back. Tibbs believes that experience counts for everything in heavyweight boxing. Moses hasn't been hit hard yet, he said. Dubois has, and he's learned from it. Tibbs reminds everyone of the oldest truth in boxing. One clean shot can change everything. This isn't hype. This is a fight. Dubois can absolutely win if he stays disciplined. For Tibbs, Dubois's size, power, and experience make him the most dangerous opponent Moses has ever faced. Raw talent is exciting, he said, but tested power is terrifying. And that's what makes this fight so gripping. It's not just another domestic dust-up. It's the collision of two timelines, one man rebuilding, the other ascending. Daniel Dubois fighting to reclaim his name, to prove he's no longer the man who breaks under pressure. Moses Itauma fighting to confirm what everyone's been whispering, that he's the next great British heavyweight. If Dubois wins, he silences critics, derails the hype train, and reminds everyone that experience still rules. But if Moses wins, and wins convincingly, then the new king of British boxing may be crowned at just 20 years old. This fight isn't about belts, it's about the future, and who carries it on their shoulders. So now the question is, who are you backing? The rebuilding power of Daniel Dubois, or the unstoppable rise of Moses Itauma? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because the new era of heavyweight boxing might just begin this January.